Our story opens with the birth of a new baby. This baby is nestled in his bed, but there is something wrong about him. As time passes, a boy named Yumano Nagi prepares breakfast for his family. His sister joins him and thanks him for the breakfast. His parents tell him to get ready because his real parents are looking forward to meeting him. They are about to leave when his mother wishes him a happy birthday. He dresses up, and his sister shows her insecurity about him, but he mentions he has lived here for 16 years and now he cannot accept anyone in place of his family, not even his real parents. His sister cries because she doesn't want to lose him, but he mentions he just met his real parents today and has no intention of becoming their child at all. After that, he is moving when he sees a cute girl about to climb from a bridge. He wants to save her and runs, making her fall to the ground. But his hand is on her boobs that make her angry. She slaps him and tells him she wasn't about to kill herself. She was just recording a video to upload to YouTube because she is quite famous and has a number of followers. She also mentioned she did all this to start some drama so her mother wouldn't want her to marry. He also told her they both have similar family issues as his parents also wanted. She gives him her interview as her name is Amano Erica, and she is a second-year student at Orpheus Girls Academy, the fancy princess school. He remembers this girl because she is quite famous in their class, but he always thought she used a filter to look cute, but that's not true. He gives her his introduction as his name is Nagi Yumano, and he is a second-year student at Meguragawa Academy, a super elite prep school. She makes up her mind and decides to make him her boyfriend, but all this is fake. She just did it so her parents wouldn't want her to marry. She simply decides to tell her parents that she has a boyfriend whom she fell in love with and who has a number of qualities as he is really smart, has a bright future, and cares for her, but he refuses and moves out. But she is a girl, and she knows how to make others accept their point. She shows him a video in which his hand is on her chest and blackmails him that she will attach this clip of the video to his academy contact form that could cause trouble for him. He gets mad at it, but there is no chance, and he decides to do it. He asks her what to do because he doesn't know. He has never dated anyone, and she finds it on Google. He tries to see this, and they take a random picture. She decides to show her parents a picture that shows she has a boyfriend, so she decides to take another one, which also doesn't come out as it looks. She forces a random boy to take a picture with him. She takes him shopping and tries on different clothes. In the end, they both wear the same clothes and decide to take pictures as they look like a couple. He cannot like his clothes, but what will he do? They take many pictures, but at the end, she cannot like any of them and mentions a good picture is one that shows the feelings of the people in it. She hates the edited pictures, so she decides to go with the first picture they took randomly. He sends this picture to her parents, but they just take it funny. He advises her not to deceive her parents, but she doesn't know what to do. At the same time, some boys from the high school next to her come, and she has to deal with these stalkers. Understanding the matter, he mentions he is her boyfriend. One of the boys comes to fight with him, but he punches him and tells them not to come near her, and they run away. He mentions to her that this is the rule of his family, that if anyone picks a fight with them, they have to win. She is greatly impressed with him. She is excited as she has never seen a fight. After that, she has to go home and tell him that she had fun with him today and that she doesn't have any friends. She will delete that video and feels bad because she cannot marry him, but this is just fun, and she moves out. He goes to meet his real parents, and all four of them mention that they decided to marry their child so that they always become their child. His real father mentions that he cannot believe when his daughter saw a picture of him as they both are in a relationship. He cannot understand all of it. He meets Erica, and they both are in shock, but they cannot do anything and have to accept it. They get engaged. After that, he meets a girl named Sagawa Hiro and tells her he will make her second in that exam. She likes boys who are smarter than her, and he decides to confess to her when he comes first. He told his parents that he is not okay with this engagement and wants to tell them about his feelings for Sagawa Hiro but cannot. His parents mention that the engagement is done, and his fiance is coming to meet him today. He thought she might have some feelings for him, so he dressed up and thought to tell her about Sagawa Hiro. His sister comes and mentions that his fiance is a great girl who always lives like a princess, so how can she be able to stay at their poor place? But he mentions in reality she is her older sister. She's angry about it and leaves. He cleans the house and wonders why she cannot come as she is 1 hour late. He opens the door and finds her waiting for him for a long time. She couldn't ring the bell or call or something because she is so nervous. He tells her to sit, and she sits on the bookshelf because she is so confused and cannot understand this. He gives her a drink and she asks for a favor to show the house. She also cannot understand that this entire place is his house as it is so small. He shows her the kitchen, toilet, bathroom, and his sister's room. She is behaving weird and seems disappointed by his house. They go to see her place. Her place is quite big. She shows him her kitchen, washroom, living area, and he is shocked because she is living a very luxurious life. Her house is a beautiful and amazing place. She shows him her doghouse, which is equal to his own house. He thought that if they are not replaced, they are living each other's lives. Now he made up his mind to not marry her because they are completely different people living different lives and also from different worlds. But before the talk, she told him she cannot marry him because she wants to marry a person whom she likes. She comes to his place to talk to his parents but unfortunately cannot find them. So, they decide to go to his parents' restaurant to talk with them. They reach and sit at the table, and she looks around. She gets angry, drops the table, and shouts at him and his parents that she cannot want to marry him, and she has a right. But this is just his dream and thought she just goes to the bathroom. His mother tells the customer that this girl is his fiance and serves her the special ginger pork. She tastes it and calls it delicious. His parents tell them she is very pretty and resembles them and offer her to stay the night. They enjoy it. She controls herself a lot and simply tells she is going and moves out. He runs over to her. They stop and she cries and tells him she cannot tell her real parents that she wants to come close to them as maybe they accept her or not. He relaxes her and mentions his parents are not like that, they are very chill. She does not need to think about it, and they go back home. His mother hugs and welcomes her. They have dinner together and she enjoys it a lot. After that, he makes her go back home, and she tells him she enjoys it a lot. She mentions if there is something he wants to tell her. Her father comes to pick her up and tells them to strengthen their relationship, and he shows them a place where they both have to live for the next 2 weeks. He is getting mad to see this big house where he stayed with her for 2 weeks. He received messages from his parents to stay and enjoy. She moved up to sleep and mentioned to him that there is a rule that they do not involve each other, and he agreed. He remembered that his exams are nearby. Suddenly, he runs over to his room and realizes now he can completely and easily focus on his studies for the next 2 weeks as there is no one to disturb him. By studying, he gets good marks, and Sagawa Hiro is impressed by him and falls in love with him. He hears her scream and moves to help her but feels embarrassed because she is in the bath and tells him she screamed because of a lizard. He fears to see it. After that, his phone battery is over, and he cannot find his charger. He begs her to give him the charger and allow him to use her books to study, and she agrees to do it on the condition to take her picture for social media. He takes her cute and beautiful pictures. Suddenly, the chair disbalances, and he falls on her, and this scene is captured by the camera. He also takes her pictures in nature. Her pictures are very beautiful. He drops water on her and takes a good picture. She tells him to take more, but he refuses, so they both put water on each other and enjoy themselves. After that, he tells her he is so obsessed with studying because he wants to improve his parents' life and asks her why she is so hooked on social media. She replies because social media connects her with people, and maybe one day she will also be connected with her partner through it. They eat dinner. The next day, he goes to school to give a test and thinks to give the best test and get first rank so Sagawa Hiro will confess to him and maybe his parents will agree to it. He receives a letter from her in which she invites him to the rooftop after school. Sagawa Hiro also watches him reading this. He is eating when other students mock him as he challenges himself to rank first and also has the courage to fight with the brilliant student Sagawa Hiro of the school. All the girls are around her in the school to take some help in studying from her. He cannot take her letter seriously and drops it in the dustbin. He ranks number 1 on the post-break test, and he comes to know she can confess to him, finds her letter, and goes to meet her at the rooftop of the school. He tells her he cannot come here before because he thought this is a prank. She understands and becomes confused. He thought she was going to confess, but she mentions that she will win the upcoming exam because she is a great personality who always wins everything, and he has to step down because the first rank is just for her. He moves out, and he thinks this girl is mad, but he works hard and wins the exam. He checks his temperature, and he is sick, but he still studies. Erica comes and dresses up like a doctor to take care of him, but he tells her not to do this and allows him to focus on studying. He studies hard and falls. He wakes up and finds himself in her room. She advises him not to push himself in studying hard because it affects his health, and she is impressed by his obsession towards study. He remembers the time when no one was even obsessed and impressed by his study. The next day he is going to school to give exams, and Sagawa Hiro also moves out. We saw Yuma no Nagi ranked first in the examination, but Sagawa Hiro is still popular, and students try to engage with her. He also receives congratulations from some students, but he feels he is still defeated. He receives a letter from her asking him to meet on the rooftop after school. He goes there, encourages himself, and tells her that he likes her and studies hard just because she wants it and likes people smarter than her. He asks her out, but she mentions it's a one-time thing. She insists he'll never beat her as she'll work harder next time. He proposes that if he beats her 10 times, she'll go out with him, but she still doesn't agree. They agree to a race to be the first to reach class. They both run fast and reach at the same time, rushing to get their bags. He gets there first, wins, and asks for her answer, but she mentions she'll never date anyone because she's engaged. He feels heartbroken but thinks she might be pressured by her parents and wants him to save her from her fiance. Erica comes and tells him they're moving out back to their house today. They talk about their parents' failed mission to bring them closer. He mentions he enjoyed their time together and focused on studying, achieving first rank. She admits she's not happy, having to do all the work herself and gaining 1.5 kilograms from his delicious food. Despite this, she feels it's been a good experience. He's happy on his way home after 2 weeks, eager to meet his family, but finds no one home. He calls his mother and learns they've moved out temporarily due to repairs. He decides to go back and finds her there. He asks what's wrong. She says she's decided to live independently. He decides to help her and she tells him to do her laundry. His sister Sachi misses him and decides to visit. Erica gets nervous and excited to meet her little sister. He tells her to relax, she's friendly and they'll become friends soon. He escorts Sachi to meet Erica, both nervous. He takes her to his room. She mentions she wants a perfect meeting because they're blood relatives but different. He suggests they cook together to bond. He starts by helping Erica cut cabbage and explains the sink to Sachi. They don't understand, so he asks them to sit while he serves the food. They eat together, noticing similarities but insisting they're different. Erica suggests Sachi dress like her. She does and loves it. They talk and become more friendly. Sachi mentions wanting to get engaged and be cool, but Erica says engagement isn't cool and clarifies they're not close. They return and have fun together. He takes their picture, and they enjoy themselves. The next day, he is so sad and doesn't want to go to school, but he has no choice. Despite feeling disappointed, he goes and wonders how he can meet her. As he enters the library, he finds her there. She tells him she's researching him and wants to study with him today to learn his study techniques. He thinks she's taking an interest in him, a sign of love. They study together, and he asks her some random questions, making it seem like he's interviewing her. As he leaves, he trips, and his shrine stamp book falls in front of her. He tries to hide it, but she mentions she also has one, being a collector herself. He explains it's his mother's hobby. She looks at his book and asks about his collection, which is only 42 stamps compared to her 187. He challenges her to a competition, but she refuses, mentioning she's coming first to school today and wins. They both reach their classes. He's very happy, feeling like his school life is a dream, even dreaming of marrying her and planning to tell her about his engagement tomorrow. Just then, the teacher introduces a new transfer student to them, Erica. Everyone is excited to see her. She tells him she got reported from her previous school because she accidentally posted their photo together on Inzuta. She removed it, but someone took a screenshot and reported it because relationships are banned in her school. She couldn't attend the meeting about it because he collapsed that day. She transferred to his school, insisting that no one should know they're engaged. He notices everyone talking about her and watching her because she's a celebrity. When someone tries to talk to her, she refuses. Sagawa Hiro talks to her, and they become friendly, exploring the school together. He worries that his crush and his fiancé becoming friends could cause problems. They gain attention and become popular. He wants to talk to them but can't because of their popularity. They change clothes for sports, and she impresses everyone with her skills. Sagawa Hiro goes to play, he goes to talk to her but he gets hit by a football. They both head home, and he wants to talk to her but hesitates, not wanting to spoil her new friendship. Suddenly, he sees Sagawa Hiro crying. He goes over, apologizing to her and praising Erica. She says she can't do this, so Sagawa Hiro hugs her and tells her he's a huge fan of hers, admiring her perfection. She can't believe he's studying with her. Erica introduces him as her fan, and they all walk back home together. At night, he told her everything at home, and she decided to help him. She reassured him that he's not rejected because he's handsome and a good boy. She assured him that the girl must be interested in him and she'll help him with that, so he shouldn't worry. She took a bath, thinking today is a good day. They both went to school separately but arrived at the same time and met Sagawa Hiro, who was suspicious of them but didn't take it seriously. He and Sagawa Hiro sat alone, and Erica gave them an opportunity to get closer. She came out wearing a beautiful dress and called herself the Cupid of Love, there to spread love. She praised him in every way she could, but unfortunately, all the qualities she mentioned were already in Sagawa Hiro. After that, she asked them to teach her and help with studying. Sagawa Hiro taught her in a good and easy way, but he mentioned it wasn't effective and took too much time. He made up his mind to study until he completely understood the material. The situation became serious, and Sagawa Hiro decided to visit her house. He returned home and relaxed, having advised Erica to take Sagawa Hiro to her father's house. He was fully relaxed and enjoying life in the nude when the girls arrived. He immediately hid himself upon realizing they were there because her parents' house was being repaired, and her maid suggested they stay there. He was nervous and thought he would die if Sugawahiro found out they were living together. Erika showed her room, and he rushed to collect all his belongings. She showed them the kitchen and then the pool. As he was going to hide in his room, he slipped and fell down. Erika persuaded both of them to jump into the pool to cool off. She apologized for this, mentioning the noise that the cat made. The girls went to take a bath, and he saw the stalker boy again, who had followed her there. They tried to enter the house to meet her, but he confronted them and told them to leave. When they refused, he fought one of them, forcing them to run away. Sugawahiro was about to leave, and she apologized to her, inviting her to visit whenever she wanted and suggesting they meet soon. Suddenly, Sugawahiro noticed Yuma no Nagi's stamp book there and inquired about it. She explained it was a mistake. She had just borrowed a notebook from him and accidentally took the stamp book. She believed in this explanation and left. On the way, she thought they were becoming closer. They went to Sugawahiro's place and were surprised to see her as a shrine maiden and a shrine run by her family. He collected stamps and she gave him her handwritten stamp. They sat down to study, and her mother served them snacks. Erika left, and Sugawahiro told him that she had informed him about her engagement because she believed he could handle her story. He was happy about this. At the same time, Erika returned wearing a shrine maiden dress, and they began taking pictures together and became happy. He cannot focus on studying because he keeps thinking about the day's events. He tries to concentrate but fails as thoughts of Sugawahiro come to his mind. Erika enters his room and tells him about school activities, including a field trip she herself doesn't want to attend. She makes lame excuses, like being from a rich family and citing security reasons for not participating. She tells him to go, expressing her interest, but he insists on staying home to study, calling it a waste of time. She laughs at him and reveals that she signed him up as the group leader. The next day in the library, he asks Sugawahiro about it and invites her to join his group, to which she agrees. Erika is excited to hear this. He fills out the itinerary and imagines spending time with Sugawahiro during the event, enjoying each other's company, almost like a date. She arrives and mentions her excitement for the trip. They are about to leave when it starts raining. He tries to offer her his umbrella, but she already has one. As they head back, she shows her insecurity, possibly because Erika isn't joining the trip. However, he refuses to admit it, instead suggesting they go on a date if he beats her 100 times. She declines, mentioning an engagement arranged by her parents and her fate, but expresses a desire for her fate to change, asking him to change it. He studies at night when Erika asks about a random boy in their group who seems to know a lot about them and is her fan. She explains that she's going on the trip to manage these random people so he can enjoy his date with Sugawahiro. She combs her hair and gets excited about it throughout the night. They get ready to leave for the trip. A random boy introduces himself as Asoma Shino, a great fan of Erika. He talks excessively about her and asks Yuma no Nagi for permission to accompany her, as they seem close. He is very excited about the trip, taking many pictures of her. She uses him as her photographer, which Yuma no Nagi isn't happy with, as he is also not focused on his own date. She takes many beautiful pictures, making Yuma no Nagi jealous. They all have lunch together, and he continues to watch them closely. Sugawahiro can't bear it and asks about it, but he excuses himself, claiming he's just taking care of the group as the leader. Afterward, Erika shouts at him for ruining their plans by constantly following them and not focusing on his date. He can't answer and starts taking her picture, which doesn't turn out well. They argue about it until they suddenly take a good picture. She appreciates his work as he always takes good pictures of them. He asks her what she wants to do today, but she replies cryptically, suggesting that telling him might change his fate, which shocks him. Now comment what will happen next. Please subscribe to our channel for the next part.